Alright, so I have decided to analyze the breakfast scene from Quentin Tarantino's film Pulp Fiction. This is a rather lengthy scene, so I'm just going to focus on the last 5 or 6 minutes of it, which are the effective, climatic part of it. But what's going on here is we have Jules, played by Samuel Jackson, and Vincent, played by John Travolta, and their partners. They're gangsters who work for the mob boss Marcellus Wallace, and they've been sent to confront these three young men who have been flaky business associates of Marcellus, so they've been sent to retrieve a briefcase. Before we get started, I want to go ahead and point out how Tarantino only uses natural lighting and diegetic sound in this scene. He's trying to he avoids these real extravagant film techniques to emphasize the kind of the performance, the acting that's going on here, because he's showing how Vincent and Jules are they are putting on a performance. They're not, morally invested in these crimes he's committing, these sins are committing more. They're just acting out these sins, and he's trying to show how this is kind of parallels modern Americans' loss of morality and meaning, and how they have reaching towards pop culture and religion and these other influences to make sense, but readily fail.
Check out the big brain on Brad. You're a smart motherfucker. That's right. The metric system.
Already we can see these that Jules is taking a definite position of power. He's helping himself to their food. We have these low-angle shots looking up at him. He has this sarcastic tone. They have these long lens shots focusing on his face, showing the intensity of it all. So he's definitely the most dominating figure of the scene.
That hit the spot. You, flock of seagulls.
And here he refers to the kid as flock of seagulls. This is important to recognize. There's a pop culture theme throughout the entire film. Tarantino is really trying to show how pop culture is this crutch or this negative influence that modern Americans lean on or look to make meaning or make sense of their lives, and generally fail. I mean, as we can see here, they live these criminal lifestyles, and pop culture is a very important and prevalent part of them.
You know why we're here? Won't you tell my man Vincent where you got your shit hid at?
It's over there.
I don't remember
so you can see the
asking you a
contrast
goddamn
right here between Jules's long lens shot and Marvin's short lens shot. The intensity and importance of the two characters. So the depth of field here, we can see Brad in the front, his nervousness with Vincent in the back, and the diegetic sound of him looking for the briefcase. And then we have this high angle shot look down on a flock of seagulls, and then a low angle shot looking up at Jules to kind of take the perspective of Brad here, this vulnerable perspective. So the 666 lock combination is an important religious reference, but we'll go and talk about the briefcase itself. This briefcase is a very interesting part of the movie. They have has this golden glow, which is never really addressed. It's kind of this mysterious, speculative, item that's in it. And Tarantino, when asked about it, always says it's whatever you want it to be. So I've kind of taken that to mean it's just whatever men desire in general, whatever drives their actions, their emotions, that kind of stuff. So I guess that varies from character to character, which is each very vibrant characters of this movie.
Vincent. We happy?
Yeah, we happy. Look, I'm sorry. I didn't get your name. I got yours.
So
Vincent.
right here, the mise-en-scene is very important. We can see how Jules is kind of taking the center, the elevated figure between the four men. He's very powerful, and this lack of camera motion is also very important, which you'll see has this effect with what happens next.
That things got so fucked up with us and Mr. Wallace. When we got into this thing with the best intentions, really. I never.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Casual, immobile motion there.
Please, continue. You were saying something about best intention?
And we have these close-ups here, these long lens close-ups, which show the intensity of their interactions. It's very intense interaction, and the camera angles are getting even lower. It's it's getting more dominating and powerful.
What does Marcellus Wallace look like? What?
Loud diegetic sounds.
What ain't no country I ever heard of?
He's
They
in
speak
very
English and
low
what?
camera lens here.
What?
Or camera
English,
angle.
motherfucker, do you speak it?
Yes.
Then you know what I'm saying. Yes. Describe what Marcellus Wallace looks like. What? Say what again? Say
So right there we
what
can see Brad, and the mise-en-scene includes Vincent and Jules from the depth of field. And right here we have Brad, sandwiched in between them. To show the vulnerability he's trying to
Does
express.
he look like a bitch?
What?
Does he look like a bitch?
So right here we can see how Jules is very theatrical performance when he's shooting Brad. It's not a passionate, morally invested crime.
You read the Bible, Brett?
Yes.
Well, there's this passage I got memorized. Sort of fits this occasion. Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides.
So the religious references are very important to the film, just like pop culture. Similar, Tarantino is trying to show how modern societies look towards religion, and they try to make sense of their lives, try to find meaning in their lives through religion. And it's ironically, awkward position it has in Jules' life here is he's, using this Bible verse in the context of a murder. It's very backwards appearing, but he's trying to show how crime and morality have are able to exist coincided with religion and modern society.
When I lay my vengeance upon thee.